is what we call
hater shit.
There is no better term.
You know me. If you know me, you know me. If you know, you know. You know, so.
God, I've been here waiting. Where you at? Are you kidding me? 23 weeks old. Oh my goodness gracious. Does time fly? Where'd you get this? 5-finger discount? Bouncy and Firm Eye Sleeping Mask. Bouncy and Firm Sleeping Mask. Favorite hair oil and perfume combo ever. Where is this coming from, ma'am? Are you shopping? Keeping faith, but seeing no results in 5 years. If anything, things have only worsened. July 28, 2024, because you keep on just worsening it yourself. Why do I love expensive things?
Let's see how much this is. Why do I have expensive taste?
In her all black with her hydro flask. 2:34 p.m. When they won't assign a detective, so you become the detective. Look at Xavier. I'm a detective. Is that a motorcycle? Y'all way close. 11:58 a.m. She looks mad. Her eyeballs look huge because I can see them through those big old glasses. And Xavier's like sass but pissed. When they won't assign a detective, so you become the detective. ... One Heather G. Heather Gillespie. We don't get anything after this, Heather? You ain't gonna give us no preview? 6:08 p.m. 8/1/24. I'm so sad about what they did with my visit today and tomorrow. 8:44 a.m. August 2nd, 2024. FTR. Wednesday to Friday, I shouldn't even be here at this time. Seems curated. Staff exposes my breast to a room full of homeless men and gets in my face screaming something inaudible because I asked her to close the room door while I am pumping milk for my son. The conditions are this way daily, super ghetto and disturbing. Yelling, name-calling, hostile. I have never stopped applying daily. Something has got to give. Possible second open case against CM spoke with Juanita yesterday in person regarding concerns. HLG.
So Xavier is supposed to store the breast milk after I pump it. He insists on putting it under lock and key that only he has the key for. Yet somehow...
I'm sorry, but this whole time I'm like wondering, you know, you just can't, you can't put anything past them. So it's like, even, this is so disgusting, but I feel like it would not surprise me one bit if they use that milk inappropriately or in a kinky way, whether they're selling it or selling it for a bad way. I don't know. Either way, it should not be sold. I don't know what they're doing to it. And now Xavier's putting that bitch under a lock and key.
So Xavier is supposed to store the breast milk after I pump it. He insists on putting it under lock and key that only he has the key for. Yet somehow I'm there, exhausted, pumping breast milk for my baby, and he has it in his fucking bag overnight. Doesn't even put it in the refrigerator. So now that's trash too. I wake up this morning and become verbally...
Hey, you know what? Actually, thank you for doing that, Xavier, because the baby doesn't need that. I'm not trying to be rude, but I really don't think the baby needs, in my opinion, and I don't think the baby needs the breast milk. So, you did a solid one, Xavier. Good job.
And he has it in his fucking bag overnight. doesn't even put it in the refrigerator. So now that's trash too. I wake up this morning and become verbally assaulted by a staff member there who is so ghetto. I don't know how she got the job or keeps the job. Maybe she wants to be fired. She's in my face, like less than 2 feet from me, screaming at me.
She might be the one to whoop your ass.
Saying a whole bunch of shit to me because I asked her to please close the door because my breasts are exposed and I'm pumping breast milk. This is disgusting. I have no partnership here. This is so unfair. I don't want to be in this situation. I apply to jobs every single day. I have more education than most.
Okay.
Something is going on. How many years are going to have to pass of me documenting everything that's going on before there's some sort of assistance that's provided?
They've already tried
This
to
is
assist
unacceptable.
you.
I have been paying taxes in this country since I was 14 years old. I am sleeping in a dorm-style setting with a bunch of active drug users, separated from my children and family members. Fuck you all. I don't want to be a civil rights activist.
Okay, all right, listen here, little one. Stop judging people. Obviously, y'all are all homeless. Everyone has a different reason why they're homeless. Don't judge too much on people doing drugs because you huffing can duster shit is weird as hell. Even though it doesn't pop up on a drug test, it's a fucking drug, okay? And you doing it while you're pregnant and breastfeeding is disgusting.
I don't want to be in this situation. I apply to jobs every single day. I have more education than most. Something is going on. How many years are going to have to pass of me documenting everything that's going on before there's some sort of assistance that's provided?
And the assistance have been provided. Even whenever you were pregnant. Probably even before you were pregnant. Whenever you tried, you got assistance. Maybe not on the first day, but they were ready for you, but you didn't want to go to that shelter. So you did get assistance. You denied the assistance until it was a freaking hotel and you had your own ass bedroom and bathroom. Get out of here with cable. Sit down and be humble.
This is unacceptable. I have been paying taxes in this country since I was 14 years old. I am sleeping in a dorm-style setting with a bunch of active drug users, separated from my children and family members. Fuck you all. I don't want to be a civil rights activist.
Yeah, I don't want to be a civil rights activist. Like if it's so bad, Heather, which, like I've said plenty of times, they're not trying to make it all comfortable because they want you to do better and leave. So why don't you do better so you can leave? Blows my mind. Instead of her being like, fuck this shit, I'm gonna go get me a job and I'm gonna get bank and do what I need to do. You would just rather stay there, complain, and stay on the streets. So weird. The world is not designed for pain and suffering. The world I live in is designed for peace, safety, happiness, and abundance. 9:31 a.m.
I don't want to be a civil rights activist. I don't. I want to be in situations where there is no activism required, where every human is treated like a human deserves to be treated. I don't understand what is like the desirable outcome in continuing to put me in situations like this that are incredibly abusive, oppressive, that don't allow me to earn my own income. What is the goal here? What is really the goal? And do you know why that's the world that I live in? Because
And Xavier would never waste my breast milk. Weston is only getting 3 servings of breast milk a day, decreased from 5 when we were in adequate and acceptable shelter. Oh, okay. So you said that he hid it from you, locked it away. Does he have a lock on his book bag? Girl, I know you strong enough to rip a book bag apart. You should be. Fucking put a... What the fuck? Keep trying to kick me out of a bag. He kept it from you, and now it's rotted. You had to throw it out because you can't save it. And now you're saying Xavier would never waste my breast milk? Okay, so who had done it this time?
And do you know why that's the world that I live in? Because that's the world that I created for myself. I worked very hard, physically, emotionally. I worked on my education. I went to school. I went to work at a corporate job. I learned everything. I learned everything possible. And I created circumstances around me where I had a safe home
Obviously
for my
not.
children and I, and everything that we need. All of our needs were met. And then they just came and took it away from me. And this is the United States of America, where no one is supposed to steal your life. So I have him telling me that they're being racist against him, that he's being threatened regularly. I'm being literally treated, like mistreated, called.
I am being literally treated, okay? I'm being treated, bro. August 2nd, 2024. 5 years and counting. I just saw her face. I'm so curious what's going on inside. Because you don't know, because there are shelters, they wilding out, you know what I'm saying? And then there's some that are very, very strict. She may be one that's wilding out. I don't know. So people could be harassing them. But at the same time, are they, especially Heather, doing anything to provoke it? I'm not saying it's okay, but I'm saying, come on, man, you on the street. If you in a shelter, you got to live by that. You got to have respect. You can't be... If you don't humble yourself, somebody will really quick.
So I have him telling me that they're being racist against him, that he's being threatened regularly. I'm being literally treated, like mistreated, called names, super ghetto shit going on. And this is by...
I want to know, what does she mean by super ghetto shit is going on? Can you please be more specific of what you think ghetto shit is?
The authority of the building. Like, if this is going on here, how are we expected to, how is anyone expected to make this work? How is anyone expected to, build a life from this space? And people keep saying, a lot of the staff keep telling us, you can't build a life from being homeless. So how do you resolve homelessness if you are applying to work on a daily basis and not being hired anymore?
Oh my gosh, because for one, you're not applying for jobs daily. Second of all, if you're doing it by your resume or by LinkedIn, you are self-sabotaging yourself because you're attaching your fucking narrative to your damn resume, knowing damn well ain't nobody gonna hire you because of that. You're doing that for a reason. Like, that's not only is it calculated and manipulative, but at the same time, it's almost like a little kid, something a little kid would do. Like, I don't really want to do this, so I'm going to mess it up so they don't call me.
What is the answer? So I want to record myself here next to this discovery with the American flag on it, because as most of us know, when there is an investigation pending, what the state submits as evidence is referred to as the
I'm sorry, I just saw where Xavier had to put up his bike for a minute.
There's an investigation pending. What the state submits as evidence is referred to as the discovery. I would like this, as well as all of my other FTRs, to be submitted as a discovery. I would like to know how my human and civil rights continue to be violated. I would like to know how law enforcement has blatantly and openly extorted, with the threat of separating me from my children, forced me to steal electronics from criminal suspects, and all of this stuff, and how they have gotten away with it. Please enter this video right here into your discovery.
Okay, let's stop. You know how manic you look, pacing back and forth? Xavier's like, I'm not even gonna follow. Look at his shorts. What are you wearing? I am so tired of y'all's clothes. August 2nd, 2024. One Heather G. Heather Gillespie. 6 to 8 cops at every corner from 1 block south of Lake through Roosevelt Road, plus teams of cops on bikes and the cops stationed inside of Lola? Did I say that right? I don't even know what that is. Average cost on Lola passes. Oh, tickets to Lollapalooza. Okay, that's what Lola is. I still don't know what Lollapalooza is, though. What is she trying to buy tickets? over 40 performances across 8 stages. August 2nd, 2024. 1 Heather Gillespie. A man and his 6 to 8 year old son begging for money for food and shelter 100 feet from the entrance to Lollapalooza. Oh my goodness gracious. Is this man really homeless? Because you don't need to be putting kids into that business. You need to find a babysitter and then you can go get your money.
Right, let's cover the event.
And what we're doing is we're living in, this is a perfect beauty and contrast. We're living in a society where we have become so accustomed to masses of people spending thousands of dollars to see their favorite performer for 4 or 5 hours while we walk by families sitting on the side of the street who don't have somewhere to sleep at night.
Oh, you hypocritical little one, you. Do you not understand? I was so embarrassed that I gave you the benefit of the doubt, because that's what I do. I keep giving people chance after chance. And I actually thought that you took your pride down and you went to a shelter to eat Thanksgiving dinner. And everybody told me, and they were right. You spent, what was it, y'all? Like a couple $100 per person to freaking eat there? Are you kidding me? So, and you were homeless at that time. So why would you spend hundreds of dollars on a Thanksgiving meal whenever there's other homeless people? Why didn't you gather some homeless people and all of y'all go out to eat and you can pay for y'all's meals? That would have been really nice and sweet. But instead you wanted to take sponsors' money and spend hundreds of dollars on a plate for Thanksgiving. When instead, maybe you should have used that money to help other homeless people like you're talking about. You see how you're such a hypocrite, girl?
Right, let's cover the event.
And what we're doing is we're living in, this is a perfect beauty and contrast. We're living in a society where we have become so accustomed to masses of people spending thousands of dollars to see their favorite performer for 4 or 5 hours while we walk by families sitting on the side of the street who don't have somewhere to sleep at night. And then families who are spending, $100 on a meal. This is 2024.
Girl, you a whole ass. I just want to. Today, I see what they make me see, not what I want to see. What they want you to see. 8/2/24. One of hundreds or thousands of herds of sheep walking past the man to attend a concert, so brainwashed they think this is okay, normal, or acceptable.
This is one of like a million humongous groups on their way to Lollapalooza. I'll show you guys the lines in a minute. And this is what they're walking by.
Police drive past it. People ignore it. Universal basic income and housing solve it. 8/2/2024. AI is our best hope for a more humane future. Oh my goodness gracious. Heather Gillespie, 1 Heather G. Don't forget me. Let these slaves be free. Free to sleep indoors. Free to cook for their families. Free to create the same memories you want with your own lives. Heather for president. Yeah, just kidding.
And there's one or multiple people suffering probably with drug addiction or mental health.
Like you.
Starving, don't have a place to sleep at night, but we're so used to just police go right past it. That's how used to we are, used to all of this as a society. We just...
Well, damn, honestly, you're used to it too. How many years has it been that you've been homeless?
accept this as normal. We have all these people who are spending, what's the lowest cost for a Lolla ticket? But then we have the same people walking by, starving, ill, poor.
We're still waiting, God. I thought she didn't have visitation. Was this from a different day? 8/2/24, 1 Heather G, Heather Gillespie. I won't put these parents on blast for fear of DCFS involvement, but daily on these corners of the highest income zip codes, there are children and parents with signs begging for help. Yeah, it's disturbing. It's sick. I know. I thought you wasn't gonna put him up. You're a bitch. Little stupid ass bitch. Heather Gillespie, 1 Heather G, August 2nd, 2024. My son wants to know why. I want to know why. My other 3 children want to know why. What? Look how she cut her. She staggered herself and him in there. What the girl? They always be eating pretty decent. I don't know what you be. I mean, I probably wouldn't eat it, but I mean, dang, you don't really miss much meals.
I'm pumping here.
Girl, why she really feeling herself?
I'm pumping here. And this serving of milk I have to throw away. This is usually Weston's chance to actually breastfeed. I nurse him physically on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays for 2.5 hours. He's literally eating the entire time. And that goes to show you what my child needs. He knows biologically what he needs. He doesn't need to make an intelligent decision or come to the conclusion. He knows innately that what he needs is to eat and to drink breast milk from his mother.
But he needs more than that.
It's unacceptable, completely unacceptable that he does not have that opportunity every single day.
Well, it's all your fault. Precisely. What kind of fuckery is this?